3 years ago, I wrote a scene in my novel that I drove to Jaipur for 48 hours with my dream guy Siddharth. We stayed in a palace, we woke up at 5 in the morning, we wandered around pink streets looking impossibly attractive. Then, fast forward 3 years, the real Jaipur trip that happened differently. Because my real life Siddharth and I were not talking. I was in Delhi in March, and for the first time ever, I was there without seeing him, meeting him, or even texting him. Delhi felt wrong, I would say. Like showing up to your favorite restaurant and discovering they changed the menu and removed the favorite dish that you went there for. So I did what any emotionally stable and mature adult would not do. I called my friend Anushri and said, "What are you doing this weekend? I'm coming." And a few hours later, I was at the airport with a one-way ticket to Jaipur.
And I cried constantly. हमको self boarding के time अपना खुद का सामान उठाना था और खुद का tag लगाना था. हम उस पे भी रोए, but people helped me. So.
And then मेरे shoelace खुल गया and I started crying because the last time जब मेरा shoelace खुला था, my real life Siddharth was literally sitting down in the middle of the mall and tying my shoelace. This time, हमको खुद से अपना shoelace बांधना पड़ा. Then at the airport, Ash and Anushri picked me up and immediately took me to their favorite coffee place.
उसके बाद we drove up to their place.
They had two impossibly classy Persian cat named Whiskey and Brandy and a golden retriever that was just like me named Brownie, whose entire personality was basically, "Hi, I love you, we met 3 seconds ago, but we are family now." After dinner, Anushri and Ash introduced me to a local alcohol. I'm not an alcohol person, but it was something called Rani Gulab something. But we kept on talking and talking and talking until 4 in the morning, at which point we made a very responsible plan to leave for Jaipur city at 10 in the morning. We woke up at 10, got ready by 12.
Check.
Left at 4 in the evening, which honestly became the theme of the trip. Honestly, if Jaipur had given out award for delayed departures, we would have won. The next thing I knew, we were wandering around Jaipur. I shopped at Hava Mahal, bought gifts, bought more gifts, bought things nobody asked me to buy. Then we went hunting for vintage treasure at in an art house.
I'm a vintage collector. मेरे घर पे 200 साल पुराना हमारी दाई जी का, हमारे दादा जी का, हर किसी का मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास, कैमरा, हुक्का सब कुछ है मेरे पास. So when I visited Jaipur, I had to visit this place. This place is known for preserving vintage, authentic vintage from decades and eras. I absolutely fell in love with a wine glass I found here and I bought it for my friend Varun. But I did not take a picture of that wine glass. Oh, and I gave it to Varun and he lost it because he does not understand antique and vintage. Now I don't have the memory of the prettiest thing I got from Jaipur.
Then Jal Mahal. Then more shopping.
आंटी ये वाला दिखाओ आप, ये वाला अच्छा. आंटी में 6 बोल रहे हो ना? Yes.
अलग-अलग ना, एक ये
नहीं, एक कलर आया. लोगों को जलाने के लिए तो ये सब वीडियो बनाना जरूरी है तुमको.
अनुश्री के घर जाने का रास्ता.
By the time we got home, it was almost midnight. Naturally, we stayed up talking till 3 in the morning again. The next day, we swore we'd leave early for the forts again. We left around sunset again.
I'll be fucked up if it can be right.
इससे बोटिंग चालू करे अनु, बोटिंग चालू करे हैं लोग ने.
We drove to Padnamina का कुंड, जहाँ पे हम लोग चौधरी पे डांस किए.
याद है ना तुमको क्या क्या करना है? तो मैं लेके आता गाड़ी पे.
क्या था गाना? Anyways, then we went to Amer Fort, जहाँ पे हम
जहाँ पे हम कठपुतलियों को अपने इशारों पे नचाना सीखे, बट हम नहीं सीख पाए क्योंकि मेरी कठपुतली नहीं नाच रही थी। जैसे कि लाइफ में भी हम ही लोगों के इशारों पे नाचते हैं, लोग मेरे इशारों पे नहीं नाचते हैं।
नाच ही नहीं रही है। नाच रही, थोड़ी थोड़ी नाच रही है, थोड़ी तेज नाच रही है बस। तुम्हारा नहीं नाच पा रहा, जिसको नाच कर ले, ट्रेडिशनल नाच जिसको नहीं।
Then we headed to Nahargarh Fort for dinner. Okay, the food was questionable, but the vibe was perfect.
He's a loner. Cheers.
ऐसा करा शादी में आए लोग।
The drive through the hills at night, one of the moments when you realize that your life is a movie and it has a background music that plays in your car. Somewhere between the city lights, the endless conversations, the cats and the dogs, the shopping bags, our complete inability to leave the house on time, I realized something. The Jaipur I wrote about in my novel never happened. There was no palace, no 5 a.m. wake-up calls, no Siddharth. But somehow, reality gave me something equally beautiful. A spontaneous flight, friends who opened their home for me, a city that distracted me when I needed distraction, a weekend full of laughter, and the reminder that sometimes the story we actually live don't look anything like the ones we imagined. They are messier, they are later than planned, they are full of missed schedules, and somehow they are beautiful anyway. So this was my 48 hours in Jaipur, not the version I wrote, but maybe the version I needed.